Hey everybody, it's That Saxy Nerd. Today we are going to be doing a civics lesson. So let's say you want to start a new nation. Where should you start when forming your government? Well, I'm going to talk to you about what is called the Founder's Toolbox. A toolbox with tools in it that you need, and every founder really needs when forming their government. The first tool you need in your toolbox is structure. This is pretty basic, as structure and rules are needed for everything. But it is important to think about what kind of structure you will use. If we look at legislative bodies, smaller ones can be more careful and deliberate, and more precise, and they get things done better, Though it often can lack the voice of the people. And large legislative bodies can represent the people far better, but can easily be pushed around by passion and arguments, and it's much harder to get things done. Now, Aristotle noticed how important this was when he was examining Greek city-states, and noticed how some functioned better than others simply based on their structure of government. The second tool you will need is participation. Who gets to participate in your government and who has a voice? Do only men get to vote? Do only the wealthy get to participate? Are you more open and believe in the voice of the people? This is important because it can determine a number of things for your government. Creativity, economics, social cooperation, all of these work better when people get to vote. While authoritative states tend to be more stagnant, yes, stagnant can mean more stable. The third is law. This is obvious, it goes along with structure, but a clear set of laws applied to all reduces corruption and arbitrary action in the political realm. Bringing in laws through common consent of the people gives all of those people in your nation that feeling that they are an equal part of your nation. The fourth rule, it could be often overlooked, but it's important for legitimacy. And that is the use of customs and traditions. Your nation may be new, but there is always cultural history, and to get people on your side, you have to connect to this. It doesn't matter if you're a great conqueror or not, this is very important. An example is Charlemagne, a great conqueror and ruler, still needed to look back, be declared the Holy Roman Emperor for greater legitimacy. Or you can look at the rulers of Russia, taking the term Tsar, which is just another word for Caesar. A nation must have some sort of moral sense of right and wrong. While society should always be open to discuss these things, as sometimes what people deem wrong, later they realize isn't wrong at all. Or what is considered fine is later deemed wrong. Though still it should be important to have some widespread concept of what is moral and not. Like homicide and cannibalism should be deemed bad. This creates a more stable society, while a society where anything goes can just lead to chaos. Your sixth tool is connected to your fourth tool, and that's the need of founding myths. What are these? Well, the classic ones involve gods or the divine, or are like the story of Romulus and Remus, the brothers that founded Rome, being raised by a she-wolf. For America, stuff like Washington and the cherry tree enforces this belief that the founders were ultra-truthful. Or, perhaps more relatable to the American dream, the concept to go from something to nothing, rags to riches. While this is not a very plausible outcome, it still feeds into the identity of America. The final tool, the final in these 7 important ones, there are other ones, but the final one we're talking about is good leadership and good leaders. Look at revolutionary France against revolutionary America. One succeeded and one didn't. What's the difference? Well, there was a number of things. But why did revolutionary France fail? Bad leadership. Or Napoleon, to be exact. While the revolution did fall into chaos before he came along, and his leadership allowed it to get back on track, which was leading to a more successful revolution, he took it in his own direction of authoritative rule. The opposite is true of Washington. The American Revolution would have died without Washington, and he was given a lot of power during and afterwards. And while given multiple opportunities to just take control and be dictator or king, he refused. He even voluntarily stepped down as president to allow this country to survive. Good leaders can direct a new nation in a positive or negative direction, and often influence all of the other tools that we talked about today. Now, as I said, these are the most important tools in your founder's toolbox. There are many other tools and many other things that you need to decide when you build your own nation, but these are the most important ones. Anyway, now this is the part of the video where I tell you you should subscribe for some more fun educational videos like this. We got gaming stuff here, we got theories, and of course, most importantly is my music. So if you like nerdy things, if you like nerdy music, please hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like too if you enjoyed it, if you learned something from it, and don't forget to share with your friends. And as always, thanks for watching.